Hi, everybody. Felicia Leha here. Welcome. Nice to meet you. My name is Felicia, like I said, and I am a trainer, a coach, a short-term rental host, Airbnb, woo, and I'm also an author of Adventurist Living, which is more than likely how you came to this page because you're in the book resources page. Here's the book, just in case you came here some other type of way. But in the book, there is a part about being open-minded, how important that is when we're living our adventurous life, when we're living a life of growth, because having an open mind is essential for growing and learning and having ideas. And so that's why we cover it first in the book, and I also cover it in the courses. Anytime we do live workshops, I work with a company called Life Impact. When I'm doing other trainings on my own, we usually open up with this exercise because it's that essential to go into any process with an open mind. Any course, any class you take, anything you're listening or listening to and watching, it's important to have an open mind. Another word for open mindset is actually a growth mindset because it's necessary. The opposite is a closed mind or a fixed mindset. It means you're just stuck. You're not listening to anything. So with that said, let's get into the squares exercise. That's what we're covering right now. I'm a very visual person, so I thought a video might help bring it to life a little more. And feel free to use this if you're a teacher or want to use it with anybody else, trick them, because it's a great tool. I didn't make it up, but when I first did it, I was like, are you kidding me? Anyways, so if you read the book, you know how we do it in workshops, how I did it in the book is by a raise of hands. How many of you consider yourself to be open-minded? So raise your hand if you consider yourself to be open-minded. Okay, so we're gonna do a little exercise to see how open-minded you are. Here's the squares exercise. So pretend that I am an artiste and that these are all perfectly symmetrical. How many squares do you see? How many squares do you see on this little whiteboard I got here? Now, if you've already done the book, you already have an idea, but just think about it. So most of the time, the numbers that we get are 16, 17, 21, 24, 30. It's usually the most. Okay, so think about it. How many did you see? Maybe even you want someone else to get on the video and see how many they see. Now, once, I will say this, that we were doing this in a workshop and a mathematician told us he saw over 300 squares, but I'll get into that in a little bit later. Okay, so what if I told you that there's at least 46 squares here? And let me show you how that works. Let me get my marker. All right, so we all see the 16, right? We see the 16 squares. And then, here would be the 17, the large square. Now let's break it down just a little bit more. Then there is 4 by 4 squares, right? Okay, no, actually, there's more. There is 6 4 by 4 squares. No, wait, actually, there is 8. Okay, right? Still not 46 squares, right? And then we got some 3 by 3 squares going on here, right? 3 by 3, 3 by 3, 3 by 3. Then we also have this other 4 by 4 we missed in the middle. So you can see there's more than those 17 squares, right? But that still doesn't add up to 46 squares. And this is where most of us, including myself, missed. Now we see that there is the squares outlined in black, but also there's a solid white square, right? So there's the square outlined in black, and then there's a white square, which makes 16 more squares than what we're seeing, which adds up to the 46. Now with the mathematician, he had the ability to see things in 3D. So that's how he was able to see 300 squares or 300 plus squares, which was so cool. What does this show? What does this give us an example for? Is that how many times when we are presented with a new opportunity, a challenge, a goal, an idea, something we want to do, conflict, whatever the case is, reading a book and following the steps and tools, is that we only see 16 squares, 17 squares, We only see even 46 squares, and there's so many more possibilities. That is why it is so important to have an open mind, because there's so much more that we have the ability to grasp than what we're already experiencing. So hope you enjoyed that illustration to kind of blow your mind to see how many squares there can be. And also just think about it in real life when you're challenged with a situation, like, okay, wait, how can I be more open-minded in this situation? Cool thing is that the next video, the next link that you have access to is the funnel exercise that shows the power of when we take a closed mind and we can transform it into an open mind in everything that we receive. So if you want more tools, I've got courses, I've got little workshops. Feel free to go to my website, adventuristliving.com, and sign up for them. Also follow on social media. Would love to hear from you. We share a lot on social media and ways to grow and experience adventure every single day. So I will see you in the next video.